Hi guys, I'm Santosh Sharma. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing well. So today's video is on troubleshooting, how you can do the troubleshooting in Fortigate Firewall. It is very detailed video, so it is very long video, but if you want to be expert, then obviously you should watch this video from very starting to the end. And if you are just coming here to see how the video is, then I would say don't watch it. Watch it only when you want to learn it properly. Okay, in this video I have used three things: Diagnose Sniffer, Diagnose Debug, and Diagnose System Session. So you can get these commands easily in my website or in Google. You can go in my website techguru4u.com, and from there you will get. But I think there is no website which will explain you how effectively you can use these commands. So I have told you that in my complete video, how can you use these commands. To do any kind of troubleshooting, you need three things: source IP, destination IP, and the port number. And if you have these three things, you will come to know from where the packet is coming inside the firewall and from where it is going outside. What policy should be hit, what should be the routing. So if you should get these three things, and you will watch my video and you will become expert, and you can do any kind of troubleshooting in the Fortigate Firewall. Because if you see, any kind of scenario is involved with these three things. Okay, so I would request you also do a comment if you like my video. If you don't like my video, then also please do a comment and let me know why you don't like my video. Maybe I would like to improve that. Okay, but it gives me happiness, like if it is really helpful for you. It is free video and I made it because before I saw there is no video in the YouTube which explain in detail how to use these commands. Okay, so before moving into the screen, I will request you to go into my website techguru4u.com, and there also you will get these commands what I'm going to use. And in a couple of days I will also upload another video which will help you to tell that what are the best ways to do the troubleshooting. It's not always you should doubt on your firewall, but there are other ways as well. Okay, so let's move into my desktop. Today I will be explaining you about how you can do the troubleshooting, and the detailed troubleshooting part I have explained in my another video, and that's the latest video I have created. You can get the link on description or on the top. Okay, so in this video I will explain you what is the difference between Diagnose Sniffer command and Diagnose Debug command, and when you should use these both commands. Okay, let's move. So this is our topology where I will explain you how things works. In our lab, show you one more thing. In our lab, I will create this scenario, this one, where our system is directly connected to our Fortigate firewall, and Fortigate firewall is having this configuration. In the LAN port, they have 10.10.10.10 IP, and in the WAN port, this is the IP address. In the management, this is the IP address. So how to configure these things, I have explained in my video. That link I have shared with you already in the description, and you can go there and you can see the configuration part. Okay, so today's video is just to understand the difference between different diagnose methods. Okay, so let's move. Suppose this is your actual topology in your office, and obviously there would be switches, routers coming in between. Okay, the first thing is that you should be aware whether traffic is reaching to your Fortigate or not. Suppose this person is saying that I'm not able to access internet, or this person want to go to DMZ and is saying that I'm not able to access the DMZ server. Okay, the first question is its traffic coming to the firewall or not? So to get the traffic up to the firewall, not to get the traffic, to see if the traffic is coming up to our firewall or not, we can easily check that. How? With logs. Okay, if you have FortiAnalyzer, it's very easy. You can just check the logs with the source IP address. Okay, if suppose you do not have created a policy, and then also you will get the logs, but you need to enable implicit policy. Okay, I'll show you implicit policy. Okay, I'll show you how to check the implicit policy. So you need to log into your firewall. Okay, this is the IP and it's not working. Let's see why it is not working. Let's check the IP address of our firewall. Admin, 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 DMI pane, config system interface, and edit port 1. Sure. 2.10 is the IP address. That's all right. And now let's check the connectivity of VMware. That's good, and it should be pingable. Let's try to ping 168.2.10. Ping is coming. And in our configuration, HTTP is also configured. Okay. And why this is not working then? Let me check if I have placed anything. We should never use HTTPS. With HTTP, it should work. Okay, it's working. For Fortigate, it will always work with HTTP. And in Palo Alto, it will work with HTTPS in the VMware lab, not in actual environment. Okay, if you're configuring the lab, that's only the scenario. Let's go to the policy, IPv4, and here is your implicit policy. And in this implicit policy, you can enable it, double click, it's already enabled. You can edit it, and you need to log violation traffic. If you will not enable this, you can never see traffic in the logs, and you will always think that traffic is not reaching up to your firewall. Okay, if you will think like that, then your troubleshooting will never be successful. Suppose implicitly in implicit policy that logging is not enabled, and you will see the traffic logs, and you will see traffic is not reaching up to the firewall, and you will tell to that guy, okay, traffic is not coming up to my firewall, I cannot resolve your issue. Okay, so that happens many times, so be careful, enable it. Okay, the next thing is, even though suppose you forget to enable it, even though you can receive the traffic, and what is the method? The method is to apply the sniffer command, use the sniffer tool. Okay, so Fortigate is having that sniffer tool inbuilt. I will show you how you can use it. But the thing is that where you can apply that. Suppose this is not working, this is not working. Okay, these all things are not working. Or any one of the thing is not working. It cannot be like all things stopped working suddenly. Maybe any one thing is not working, and you got the issue in the WAN port. Suppose you want to capture the traffic in the WAN port, so you can apply the traffic capture in a WAN port, or you want to apply traffic only for specific IP 10.10.100 and this IP, and also you want to apply for this destination IP address. Okay, or if you only want to apply for the WAN port, so you can do these things by the sniffer. You can come to know where the traffic is coming or not, whether the traffic is coming here but it's not when the packet is going outside, and we are not receiving the return packet. So you can check all those things with the sniffer packet. So this is really very helpful. You cannot come to know these things in the logs. Okay, if we want to specifically see if the traffic is hitting to this port and it is hitting to this port, we need to apply the Diagnose sniffer. We cannot see it in the logs. So it is for detailed troubleshooting. Okay, deep troubleshooting. So let's go to our, let me show you this thing, 168.10, 2.10, admin. Okay, so as I told you, we can capture the traffic anywhere. Okay, so what I will do, I will show you my interfaces. Okay, so how you can check interfaces, config system interface. So if you will run this command from here, you will come to know about your interfaces and their configuration. So port 1, this is our management interface. Okay, I have not given it name. You should give it a name so that you can come to know from there. And port number 2 is my LAN port. Here you can see alias is a LAN. Okay, so what I will do, I will apply the ping and we'll try to see the traffic in a port number 2. Okay, let's do that. This is my system and this is connected to the LAN side. Let's try to initiate the ping, and here what you need to do is diagnose sniffer packet. Now if I put here any, it means I want to see the traffic for any interface, and if I will hit and enter, you can see a lot of traffic. So you should never use this. This is my lab environment, I can do that, but you should not do it in your running environment because there is a lot of traffic going on. You can see how many packets has went, and it would be very difficult for you to do the troubleshooting. So the first step to do the troubleshooting is open the putty, log into your firewall, right click here, change the setting, go to logging option, all settings, browse, and save your file somewhere. Okay, I will give some name, maybe you can give Sonata is some application, Sonata, February 20 something. Okay, with the date. It's good always if you are doing troubleshooting daily, you should be able to give a good name and you should be able to identify your file, which file is for what purpose. Okay, so now you have saved your packet. Why you have to save, not the packet, sorry, the file? Because if you will not save, if you'll go up, and this has some limitation from there, I cannot see what has gone upside. Okay, maybe there would be some settings in the putty and you can see the up also, but I never checked it. It's good for me, I always save the file. Okay, so don't use it. So you should be aware about your interfaces, so you can apply the command diagnose sniffer packet. In spite of any, you will type port number 2. I would not recommend you to apply on directly on the port directly like this way. Okay, why? Because obviously LAN port would be getting the traffic from lot of PCs. Okay, but suppose you have configured a new port and this is your new scenario, and you know you are just configuring it and it's having very less traffic, then you can apply the traffic on port number 2. Maybe it's only, you know, that you're just trying to initiate the traffic from that. Suppose you have created a new DMZ and you have placed one test machine there and you are trying to check the traffic, and in that case you can apply on the port. We have to apply on the port also in some troubleshooting scenarios. Okay, so you can do that, you have that option. The next thing is you can also further specify the IP address host. Okay, suppose in port number 2 there is a lot of traffic and we do not want to see all the traffic because it will become very difficult for you to do the troubleshooting. So you can only apply the traffic to that particular host and you will see the traffic. See, request and reply, request and reply. Okay, there is another thing. You can also apply the traffic to another host and 8.8.8.8. You know that this is the destination, so you can apply to the destination also, but you need to put host here. Okay, and you will now start getting the request and reply only specifically for that. Okay, there is another filter. You can also apply the traffic for the proto. So ICMP works on a proto 1. So yeah, one more thing, you need to add this filter inside this quote. Okay, this is a sign. You need to place this before start and the end. Okay, and this is beside with the enter button. Okay, so you can hit enter and you will start getting with protocol number. Okay, suppose you forgot the protocol number but you remember the port number, then you can also type a port number and you can just mention the port number, and you can, suppose your traffic is going on 80 and it will not work. See, I have not closed it with this semicolon or colon. Okay, so you need to type this, so you will start getting the traffic. For that, suppose let me initiate the traffic from here, telnet. I think telnet might not be working on maybe 7.10.18. Okay, it's not working. How to enable it? Just go to your control panel and I think I can app.wizard.tpl application wizard, and from application wizard you need to click on turn on off the features, and here you have telnet. Why I'm showing you this, because you should have knowledge of that, because we have to do the troubleshooting and we should be aware that from where we can enable the telnet. If you don't know how to enable it, you should check it from somewhere or from my video. You now already know that, but it is important for you. Okay, sorry, on this command 80 on 80. Now it's connecting, it's trying to connect, but I know there is nothing here. This does not exist, but we have applied our filter and we should see packets. So what it says to you, traffic is coming up to my firewall. Okay, traffic is coming up to my firewall, so I'm receiving the traffic. It doesn't matter if there is anything at that side, it doesn't really matter, because that is part of application. Maybe there is no server, then how it will work, but our purpose is whether we are receiving the traffic or not. Okay, so this is how you can apply the sniffer, how you can use the sniffer. If I have to tell you how I use the sniffer, then what I do, I do not even apply the port number, because it wastes my time to search for the port number. I just say any, because why I do not put any port number, because your firewall is like a router, and it do not like the broadcast, and every port will be having a different IP address. So if you specify any host here, 10.10.10.100, so firewall will automatically come to know which side this host is, because obviously the traffic would be coming from any of the firewall port. Okay, so let's go back here. So it will start getting the traffic. So it is the easiest way for me, and sometime I need to put another IP. You have the option of or also you can put 8.8.8.8. Now you're saying, sorry, always put host. You are saying give me traffic for this or this, any of these IP address. So for this, what we need to do, maybe we can do again the same IP address. Now let's go back here. Now you start seeing the traffic for both. Okay, Ctrl+C, I just interrupted it. So it's a beauty. You can interrupt it anytime. Suppose you want to see only 10 packets. So there is further more detailed explanation on that. This is verbose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose I put a 4, and after that I said I only want 10 packets. Okay, so it will give me the 10 packets. That's it. If you will count, these are 10 packets. If you want to count less packets, just see 2. Okay, so these are 2 packets. So this is the packet count. You can see there is no timing in between. Okay, we want absolute timing. This is, I think, A2. Yeah. So time, this is time, but this is very not good time. We cannot read this time. Let me try to do this. I think 0 and 8. Let me see. Yeah, this is the filter for the timing. 40A. 0, you need to put 0, and then you need to put A is for absolute timing. When there is another thing, whenever Fortigate support will ask from you to provide us the sniffer, because they want to see the traffic in the Wireshark. So how they will say you, they will say just apply this filter and put 6, 0, and it will give you packet in very detailed format. I think this is hexadecimal format, and they can convert this packet in the Wireshark, and you can see each and everything, TCP header, IP header, everything, whatever a packet contains. Okay, so these are different level of verbose. 6 verbose was for giving you packet with more information. There is a 5 verbose. Okay, you will get some of the more information, 4 verbose. So this from here you don't get much information. Okay, so by default it is a 1. Okay, you will get the 1, so you will get that much information. Because it's ICMP, you do not see good information here. Let me apply the, where is the telnet? Telnet, it, then let's try that. Obviously it should not work, and apply our capture and put it. Let's see the traffic. So yeah, that's what I want to show you. You will see here sequence number. Okay, this is the sequence number. You will see here. If you don't put anything and then apply again, because it would be expired. Let's try. It's connecting already. Let's see now the traffic. Okay, so you can compare. So this is the same version when I press 1 or I do not type the verbose. So this is the default that you will see. Okay, so this is how you can use the sniffer. More detailed, what you can do is you should only use any, and then you should place this host. Maybe there are some scenario where you think that the from another interface same IP is coming, which is coming from the LAN. It doesn't give any sense to me. It should not happen. But if your network is designed in anyhow, so you can apply the interface. But I never apply the interface because it wastes the time. You have to check from which interface. In the companies, the interface names are very big. Maybe they have a VLANs, long VLAN, and you need to type it. So it's a better always just to type this one and put or and. Okay, and you can see the traffic. All right, and I also told you how you can. Yeah, one more thing before I forget about that thing. You can also put source 10.10.10.100. That's it. Now let's try to do that. Ping the working traffic. It. I'll show you. So the disadvantage of applying the source is you will never see the reply, and you will be thinking that I'm not getting the reply, maybe there is some issue. Okay, but if you will only put the host, then you will see the traffic, request and reply both. Okay, so this is the beauty. But in some cases, when you have to apply the traffic, suppose you are not getting the reply back. Okay, we will do the telnet. You're not getting the reply back in our telnet case, and you want to see if you're getting any reply from the other interface or not. So let's put first in a port number 2. Okay, we applied the traffic on a port number 2. Let's see if we are receiving in a port. Okay, it's all right. So we have received the SYN in the port number 2, and now let's apply it in port number, I think 3 is my outgoing port. Let me check. Network interface 3 is my WAN interface, and let's apply the same again, and let's go back here and see. So you can see here you do not receive the traffic in the WAN. Why you do not receive the traffic in the WAN? Maybe there is no policy for this to go outside. One thing, right? What we can do is just try for it. There are so many things. Reason can be so many. I'll explain you one by one everything. Let's apply for it. Make it simple. And you see here in the WAN interface, you are receiving the request, and the request is coming from this IP, and this is your NATed IP. Okay, and this is the destination. But if you will apply only in the port 2, Then let's compare. Here you do not see D192. This is our WAN interface IP, because here you receive only traffic from the LAN, and LAN is having this source and this destination because it is not netted. But when the traffic will reach to the WAN interface, it should be netted and the traffic should be sent by the public IP. In our case, obviously this is a private IP, but in your case it should be public IP, and the traffic will go from the public IP or the netted IP to the destination. This should be the expected behavior. Okay. So in our case, in some time, maybe some people can, and how they do the wrong troubleshooting is, suppose one person is saying that I'm not able to telnet, then 8, okay, 8 is okay, put 8 and not 8, okay, any IP. For this, obviously it will always go to the firewall because this is having a default gateway as a firewall. Okay, and we will apply what is the destination, sorry, we will apply it as 10 not 100. This is our source IP. Okay, and let's see, we see the packet here or not. So you're seeing the packet and you will say, okay, I'm not getting a SYNAC back. You can say that, you can apply it here. Why you will say? Because you, as per you, firewall will take the SYN and it will send out the SYN. Now SYNAC has to be sent back by the destination host. Okay, you will say that. But have you ever applied the traffic on port number 3 as well? Just to check if you are getting the traffic back from that or not. Or you have got the traffic up to port 3 from your LAN side. Means, let's go back to the diagram. Traffic came from here, it has done a telnet, it reached here, and we have seen SYN here. Have your SYN gone outside with the netted IP? Have you seen that? If you have not seen that, then your troubleshooting is half. You have not done the proper troubleshooting. So this is how you can see the traffic on the ports. If you want to see, okay, the traffic is coming from the port 1, is it exiting out or not? In this case, you need to use the Diagnose debug command. Diagnose debug command will help you to know if there is any policy or routing or netting available for this traffic which you are putting a packet for this traffic, the telnet traffic. Okay. If there is any policy, then packet will go outside to WAN port. If there is no policy, your packet will be in the firewall, but it will never go to the port number 3. It will be received here and it will be dropped, received here and dropped. Okay, and you will say, okay, SYN is going, SYNAC is not coming. But if you will not see if there is any policy or something, or the traffic is reaching up to port 3, your troubleshooting is incomplete. So after doing the sniffer and after doing the port 3 here, you came to know, okay, the fact traffic itself is not being sent by the firewall to the WAN interface. So what you need to do is you need to check if there is any policy or not. There is routing, netting. You can also check the policy with the logs. It's very easy. But to compare if that policy is having that proper route to go outside, Diagnose debug is a good way to check it. But it is having 2 or 3 commands that you need to put. And in other firewalls like Palo Alto or Cisco, they have a packet tracer that generates a dummy packet, and that is really very helpful command. With the one command, you will come to know everything, if it is having netting, if it is having policy, if it is having routing. That's really useful. Fortigate doesn't have anything like that. So this is a kind of comparison I have told you. Okay, so let's see, does it have policy, diagnose, debug, and diagnose debug? First thing that you need to do is disable. Maybe diagnose debug is already running. Then you do diagnose debug reset. Why? Maybe somebody has already set a filter. So you reset the existing filter. Now you start your filter. Diagnose, debug, flow. Diagnose, debug, flow. Up to here, 2 or 3 commands are same. You can cram it. Diagnose, debug, flow, filter. Then you have multiple options. You need to do question mark and you will see multiple options. Okay. I never use source address. I have told you above, because you will never see the reply packet. I always use address. This is the best for doing the troubleshooting. Use address and then type your address. Dot 100. Then you can apply for the diagnose debug flow filter port or port number 80. Okay. Now you do diagnose debug flow. You need to show it. Show. In the previous version, there was a console command, console-enable, but that command is not in the newer version. Newer means version 5.6 plus are not having that command. Console, then you need to press enable, enter. But that command doesn't work in the new firmware. New firmwares are having function-name enable. There is another command, diagnose debug flow show ipprope-enable. If you run this command, you get additional information. Okay, click OK, and finally you need to run another command, diagnose debug flow trace. You need to start the trace and you need to tell the firewall how many packets you want. Okay, because this command, when you will start the diagnose debug, it will not stop with ctrl+c. Okay, so it's better to put any number here, like I put 100. Okay, I want 100 packets, and after that it should automatically stop. Okay, then diagnose debug enable. Okay, before doing enable, let me see. Okay, nothing is going on here. Now I'll go to my CLI. I will just enable it, and I'll go back here. I need to generate the traffic. When I will, because this is real time capturing. Real time we are capturing the thing. Okay, so the traffic is coming to my firewall. Now let's understand what it is saying. Okay, ctrl+c. We have stopped it. It will not stop with the ctrl+c. Okay, maybe I can show you, because it has stopped. That's why that has stopped. If you press ctrl+c, it will not stop. You need to say diagnose debug disable. You need to press this button, then it will be stopped. Okay, now let's see our packets, what we have seen so far. Okay, ID this root received a packet, proto 6. It means it is a TCP. This is source, this is destination over port number 80 from port number 2, and this is a SYN packet. SYN. Okay, so this is allocate a new session. That's the second message. And in packet came from the port number 2. We don't have port out. Firewall is saying I don't have port out. Okay, so to check a port out, they need to do the routing. Find a route. So it has given a command, find a route. Do you have a route? Then it said, yeah, I have a route. I have a gateway this via port number 3. I can send the packet outside. Okay. Now let's go down here. Okay, so policy 1 match, accept match. Policy 1 is matched, smashed. Try to get NAT. Now it has to get a natting to send outside. There are 2 types of natting. One is destination NAT, another is source NAT. Source NAT happen after policy in Fortigate when it has to send the traffic outside. Destination NAT happens before even routing the traffic. Okay, I have explained this in my another video in detail. Find source NAT, and it has found the source NAT 170.10 from IP pool. Okay, what is left? Everything is okay. It got everything. It needs only 3 things. It needs gateway to go outside. Once it is having gateway means routing, then it will check for the policy. When it is having policy, inside the policy there is natting also that we enable in Fortigate. if your FortiGate is not configured as a central NAT. So you have source NAT also there. You have everything. Then go back in the next, policy is matched. This is nothing. There are some unimportant messages you will see. Now the message says that port 2 is in, out is port 3. Okay, so everything is all right. Allowed by policy 1, source NAT. SNAT says that 100, 10 to 100 will be NATed to this one. Everything is okay, but our packet is going outside, but our packet is never getting the reply. From here, you will be confirmed that there is no issue in the firewall. Okay, there were only 3 things which you can see which are there, but you cannot see the return traffic. Okay, so these things happens. All right, so in these kind of cases, you can never see the traffic in your WAN port. Let me show you again. Diagnose packet port 3. Now the host 10.10.10.100. Okay. And we will never see the traffic. Why you will not see the traffic? Because this IP that you have applied is private IP, your LAN side IP. If you want to see traffic at the WAN NATed traffic, what you need to put? You need to put your public NATed IP. This IP, this IP. Because now you have seen everything is allowing. Everything is allowed. Why I'm not able to see the traffic? Another thing is maybe you can put here the destination, actual destination, or you just put here NATed IP. See here, you're now receiving the packet at the destination. At the outgoing interface. See, I done a ctrl+c. Public IP is sending a packet outside. I don't know from where this IP came. This is something different. So we should initiate the traffic again. Where is 10.241? 10.241. See here, 10.241. Or the best thing is just apply the destination 10.2.4.1. Why you should always apply the destination in the WAN interface? Because there would be a lot of packets that are getting NATed from the same IP address. You would be having your destination interface, so there will be a lot of packets that will be get NATed. So like in our case, you can see there are a lot of communication happening. So it's not a good troubleshooting. Good troubleshooting is always when you specify things properly, host this and host another host you define. Okay, now let's try to initiate the traffic again. See, you can see the scene. Now we are getting the traffic what we should get. Okay, that's fine. Now I think you are more confident. You can now understand how you have to apply the SYN, where you will apply the SYN, what will happen. Just to recap, let me go back to the diagram. So when the traffic is coming here and you're applying the capture only on the LAN port, then you need to specify your this IP address, source IP address, source, okay, and host, destination host also, but do not specify SRC or DST because you will not get the reply packet back. Okay, so that's not a good troubleshooting. When you want to see if your FortiGate is sending packet outside, then what you need to do, you need to apply the packet, the outside interface IP address. Earlier, I have applied the wrong IP in the outside interface also because I want to show you the diagnose command. But in the real scenario, you will definitely not receive the packet here. It will not get NATed because there would not be any policy. So just to create scenario in front of you, the real scenario, in your firewall, in your office, in your firewall, there will be very specific policies. In my case, the policy says allow anything. Here services are any. If I will only select the ping here and apply OK, and now let's go back to our topology and I will try to put 80. Okay, and what I will do, yeah, this is the same host. Let's try the sniffer for it and let's see what we see. So here you don't see any traffic because traffic is coming on port number 2. I will show you port number 2. It's coming on port number 2. Let me show you. Obviously it takes some time to, it is waiting. Okay, now we will see here. See here, you can see the SYN packet in port number 2 in the LAN interface, but that packet is not going to the WAN interface because there is no policy. To check that if there is any policy or not, what we will do, diagnose, debug, enable, because we already have a filter applied. It should work. Filter should work. If it will not work, I'll show you again how to apply it. See, it has worked. So just I interrupted it. No, it will not work. Diagnose, debug, disable. I need to do diagnose, debug, disable. Ctrl+c will not work here. So here, policy 0 is matched. Action drop. From here, you came to know there is no policy. You want to see if there is any route. See, port 2, out port 3. There is a route. Okay, but there is no policy. Okay, if there is no policy, then obviously there is no source netting. So from here, this is how you can do the troubleshooting. You can come to know the packet where actually is the issue. 80% your problems are related to one source is not able to access the another destination. Okay, from one to another, traffic is not working. The things that you need to ask from that person is source IP, destination, port. Rest of the things you will come to know by yourself. If you have the credential of the firewall, you will come to know from where to where it is getting natted, how it's getting natted, everything. Another good command is diagnose system session, and then list, and then grep, and then you can put get address. That's very good command. I really like it. Obviously, you don't have any session. Just create the session and go here. See, oh, sorry. So you don't have any session because if you don't have any policy, you cannot have any session. Okay, but sorry, yeah, obviously policy, and you are getting the traffic, but you don't have any policy. You will not get any session. Session gets created only if it matches the policy. Let's do something else. And now we can see the session because there is a policy and it matched. What is the benefit of this command? From this command, if you quickly want to come to know like this IP is getting natted to which IP address, what is the proper NAT for that, so you can come to know from here. So the source IP, this is the destination IP, and this is the natted IP, means your public IP in your case. Okay, from here you will come to know. And you would like to see what is the reverse NAT reply. When the reply will come back, it will come back from this source, and reply will be on this destination, and it will finally get converted to this IP address. I hope your concept of troubleshooting is now clear. It will resolve your 80% of the issues. There are IPsec troubleshooting and furthermore troubleshooting on different topics. Maybe I'll create a video on that. If you like my video, please press the like button. If you don't like my video, please press the dislike button, and also put the comment why you don't like the video. If you like the video, then also please put the comment. Okay, bye.